Hi, welcome to Psalm 108, and this is a really interesting psalm, especially if you're working your way through the whole book, because when you start reading it, you think, hang on, I just read this. And it's not that, you're getting just songs from your childhood, attending church services coming back to mind. It's that actually, you have fairly recently read this. In fact, Psalm 108 is kind of a composite of Psalm 57, part of it, and Psalm 60. And so you might recognize some of the language, but it's been given to us in this form. So what do we do with it? Well, we take a look and kind of see what is coming through. So jumping in the first half, a little taste of Psalm 57. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations. So we've got some real parallel action going on here. Among the peoples and among the nations is kind of saying the same thing, isn't it? And I will give thanks and I will sing praises to you, O Lord, to you. So we've got real parallel thoughts coming through. Why? For your steadfast love is great above the heavens. So we've got that kind of extent. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. There it is again. So we've got these kind of double references to the extent of what? God's steadfast love and faithfulness, two concepts that reinforce each other. And so he says, be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth, that your beloved ones may be delivered. Give salvation by your right hand and answer me. Now notice that the language here has been sort of truth and concern in general, maybe in the general sense of all the earth. Your beloved ones may be a little bit more specific, but this is really specific. Answer me. That's where he's headed. Okay, so the psalm writer or the psalm editor taking Psalms of David, we don't know about that, not too concerned, to be honest. What we've got is the end result, and that is to celebrate God's exaltation over every nation, over every country, over all the earth. But he's asking for something personal. He's saying, answer me. Give salvation by your right hand and answer me. The next few verses, 7, 8, 9, will, as you read it, sound familiar because it's a list of originally in Psalm 57, Psalm 60, 9 locations, some in Israel, some outside of Israel. Let's jump past that and look at the end of the psalm. And this is kind of going to give us one of those reversals. Who will bring me to the fortified city? Who will lead me to Edom? It seems negative now. Have you not rejected us, O God? You do not go out, O God, with our armies. O grant us help against the foe, for vain is the salvation of man. So we've got this kind of current situation feels kind of bleak, but the ask is still there. Lord, you are the one that we need. And then we get the confidence at the end, kind of the, yes, God's got this. With God we shall do valiantly. It is he who will tread down our foes. Now, we may not be involved in fighting against other nations. We may be struggling on all sorts of different kinds of issues than this psalm is representing. But what this psalm communicates is the fact that because of the exaltation of God over all nations, therefore we can be confident as we come to him with our particular situation. It may not seem like much is happening right now. It may not seem that God is working for us and doing what maybe we think he should be doing, but we can have confidence, not just because of who he is, but because of who he is as the one who is on the throne, the one who is above the nations, the one whose purposes do get worked out through the course of history. So read through Psalm 108 and think specifically about the things that are challenging you, and allow the truth of God's exaltation to stir you to confidence as you pray for God to be with you and to come through for you in the things that you're facing. See you next time for the next psalm.